Okay, let's see how this goes. This is probably voted the worst YouTuber ever, but right now I have my phone Velcro strapped to my light above my desk so that hopefully you guys can see what I do. And if this works, I'll post it, and if it doesn't, well, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm really not sure what I'm doing. So let's kind of go with where it's already cut. So let's put a piece of tape around it, maybe? No, that's totally not working. Okay, bad idea. Let's try a marker. Alright, let's see what we can do. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Just kind of sketching a semi-straight line. I'm gonna have to grind it and sand it to fit it anyway, so. Alright, let's see if we can make this fit. Oh, I hope I charged this. Alright, grind, cut off wheel. Cool, okay. Slug that in. Put on my glasses. And actually we're gonna shut that off before I kill myself and take this apart first. So I just use that to etch in a mark because in a second I'm going to use a hand saw. See if that. This is just to give the saw a place to bite. Let's go this way. Okay. Now, let's see how this goes. This is just Amazon, I think it's called a jeweler's saw or mini miter saw. I think, yeah, it came with a little miter plate, which helps, but this isn't going to be cut exactly straight, so hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, turns out this is a harder plastic than I was expecting. There we go. Voila. Piece number one. Oh, in case you're wondering, I have a garbage can down here, so that's where I'm dropping all this stuff. So we'll keep that part. This is going to go in the box. And then we'll take this part. Okay, we'll put that for another project. and we'll keep the part. Now I need to, I don't like all the little plastic getting everywhere and breathing it, so we'll just put that back and give this a quick clean. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. I'll be super gluing this back in shape, but I just want to get a dry fit here. Let's see if what I'm thinking here makes sense. So what if we go something like that? I can, yeah, something like that. Nice if I could get his head to tilt down, but so we take that, and then we'll put this. And then this one. Okay. Yeah, that's what I see. It kind of reminds me, I'm going to tell you how old I am, but watching original Teenage Mutant Ninja cartoons. Ninja Turtles, sorry. They had robots that kind of look like this, and they would chase around the turtles. Yeah. Does it need front hands? I think it's kind of more intimidating without hands. So let's go with this. We're gonna make, yep, that's it. Final answer. Let's go with this. So before I get any farther, I need a piece of sandpaper. Okay. Sorry, I just find it itchy. Way easier to work with a clean area. So we'll take about half of it. And let's just scuff everything up so it'll be easier when we go to glue things later, paint things later. Give it a little loving now. Nobody saw that. I don't like that tooth. I don't like that piece. Let's get rid of that. I don't want that there. Sorry, I just put my hand over top just to make sure it doesn't go flying anywhere. Alright. Yeah, that's better already. Okay, you know what? Let's be lazy. I don't know if that's loud on the camera or not. I hope it's not ear blastingly loud. Kinda is here. It's not really doing as nice a job, if I'm being honest. Let's go back to the Old school. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Just want to scuff everything up because I've learned right here. I built a huge robot and I didn't scuff it properly, and I used hot glue and it didn't last. It came apart. So I had to tear it all apart. So this time I'm learning ahead of time, and we're gonna scuff everything ahead of time. It was really hard to try and scuff and glue a piece and scuff and glue a piece, so let's just get that step out of the way all at once. Get that off. There we go. Do we want to keep these? We're gonna have to fill in that hole too. No, I don't think we want to keep those. Again, just my hand on top so it doesn't go flying at you guys' face or mine. Oh, I should have kept those. Those could have made good pins for hip joints. I don't know, and I apologize if I should have, like paused it while I sanded or whatever it is. Again, I don't know how to edit. I know how to press record. I know how to press pause and stop. So I'm trying my best, and hopefully this works out. I have no idea. So let's get that fine bit of dust. Okay. Alright, so that's him. I'm just putting it on my little tray here. It was I think originally this was for my wife for some kind of treat or something. Put dishes on it and you can eat crackers and chips, and I borrowed it, stained it, wrecked it, had to replace it. So now it's mine, and I use it for my crafts. Give these a quick scuff. Drop that onto the parts tray as well. I don't want to sand too much because there is some texture on these plastic pieces that I wouldn't mind keeping. But there's also some sharp edges and stuff that gets to go. Let's clean that up a bit. Ouch. Elbow smash a box of toys. Okay. Onto the thunder thighs. I wonder if this piece helps. Well, they're not going back together that way, so let's get that cut lower. That's better. Yeah, much better. Just a quick foot massage here for him. Oh, look at that. That's brutal. Let's see if we can trim it with scissors. Not the fingers, just the toy. Holy, shaky much? Okay, there we go. No, he's got toe jam everywhere. Yeah, let's do a little bit of shaping on these seats. Maybe we can grind it with this. Holy, off, off. Gee whiz. All right, take that little knobby off too. Throw the garbage. Put the tool away. Well, it's not going to be too bad because we're going to have to sink it into something to make a scene with it later anyways. Okay, so that takes care of that. Those pieces away. Let's put this away for now. I got this for Christmas from my mother-in-law. Okay. All right. Let's move this. Put this back. And then I have my ISO. So it's isopropanol. And I just very quick try and keep all the dust and debris and stuff contained and clean. Alright. Alright, so we got our head. I want it tilted like that. Right? I mean, I think that looks more intimidating. So we're going to tilt it like that. And we're going to put the body. So let's start by everything prepped. Make sure we got the dust off it. Okay, so now let's put this back together. Okay, so just give me a second here, my tray's got dust on it. Less dust means the better the chance the glue works. Take some glue, an accelerant if I need it. This is where I usually mess up. I glue more of myself than I do the toys. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, sidetrack. Let's get this together. I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue anywhere they're going to touch. And then down the seam. Oh, not my finger. And again, hopefully not my finger. Alright. Lid over top. Let's get this together. I'll just hold it for a few seconds. See if this works. It definitely works on my fingers. Dang it. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, see these holes here? I'm assuming that's where I took screws out. So in here is where I keep all, oh, let's put the lid on tighter. Let's see if I have a screw to put back in it and hold them together better. I got lots of screws down in here. Again, this is all places I save the parts. Let's try this guy. Yeah, let's see how long this one is. Oh, way too fat. Way too fat. Not gonna work. Long, thinner headed. Let's try this one. This might work. This could work. As long as I don't glue myself to it. Aha, much better. Okay. Put the lid back on that for now so I don't knock that flying everywhere. Now let's see if we can fit this tail on. Probably want it flush, right? I didn't cut that very well, did I? Well, let's try and round that out a bit. There. That looks better. Something like that, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, we gotta get this out of the way a bit. I don't know how to do this so you can see. I hope you can see what I'm doing. This part here is catching on the plate, so I can't get this near flush. So if I take some of that away, hopefully. My finger keeps getting stuck. I'd have to say that's already pretty scuffed up, eh? Alright. Just for the sake of making sure. Any burrs or anything off it. Okay. That's better. Okay, so clean that off, clean that. Just take this glue. Lid on because I spill. It looks like this is about the center of the tail, so that's what I'm trying to make straight. Now we'll just hold it in place for a couple of seconds. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of this. Just put it in places where I'm not confident about the attachment. And then I'm going to try and spray this accelerator. I think this should strengthen it right away. Again, I don't know how to really use these things. I just went to the hobby store. These were the glues they recommended, and so far so good. Okay. We need a way. Where are my paper towels? Give me one sec. some of this off. What does this do? Nothing. Okay. All right, time to look at some legs. Okay, so they almost fit perfectly like that. So let's get a marker. Figure out the angle. I think I like it like that. Let's just put a mark. So we know where they line up. Now we can see about how to fit them. I think it's not going to be a very strong joint, even just glued, right? So could I glue it and then reinforce it? Well, I guess there's only one way to learn, right? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. So make sure I got this. One more time. Okay, so now should I put the glue on the hip? Yeah, probably, hey? Okay, here we go. Please don't glue my hand. All right, let's see how this goes. Try and line it up before. Holy shakiness. Okay, so just counting to 20. Oh, definitely doesn't seem all that solid. Definitely doesn't seem all that solid. So let's try and reinforce it with some glue and then see how we can support it, because this is wimpy. Oh, my finger's stuck. Definitely got glue on my finger. Oh, don't do that. I guess that glues the paper towel as well. Let's not do that. Okay, well that'll be solid enough to get us started. This one I kind of want in motion, like that. Oh, then that one doesn't line up, does it? Should have done this foot first. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, when that dries, we'll sand that back off. I want him in motion, so I don't know if you can see, but if he's just standing like that versus that, I find that that gives him more of an action, more of a he's coming at you type look. All right. So let's do something like this, right? Like that. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, I don't think I'm going to make the mark this time. I think we're going to go by eye and make sure we like. What if, can we make that actually fit in there? Oh, look at this. And then I could reinforce down in there. Okay, all right. Okay, let's do that. That'll be, for starters, way more stable. Yeah, something like that. Let's just try and, I wonder what happens if I hold it in place and drop the glue. Hit it with this 6. That was probably a bad idea. Oh, that was definitely a bad idea. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Okay, well, this is why I said I'm just learning. Let's see. I like this part here. Seems to fit along here. And that would give it a ledge, which would be much more stable. So let's see here. Do we need to notch? Let's try again. Let's put some glue here. Ah, I made a mess. Dropped a lot. And put that in. Oh, oh no. You can stay? No. No. No, we don't like each other like that, do we? Okay. Kind of want to just tack it in place with super glue and then run a screw through. What if we just ran the screw through? I just broke the tail, didn't I? I did. Oh, see? Okay, well, let's do all this again. This is why I could probably win worst YouTuber ever video. And definitely not artist of the year. But I'm trying to teach myself, so Alright, I know this is where better YouTubers would cut and come back to you, but I don't know how to do any of that. Plus, I'm not embarrassed to show that I fail, because I'm not a professional in any way, shape, or form. I just like to tinker when I can. Okay. So to sit on the ledge, we need to take out this area, I think. That little notch. Let's see if that helps. Ha! There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. But a little more right down there. Keeps binding up. Excuse me. It's weird because this is kind of like a rubber. Yeah, it's kind of like a rubbery, and then this is just like hard plastic. There. See how nice that, oh. See how nice that fits? And then we can just grind down that part. So. I'd like to be able to kind of like tack weld this with super glue. And then I'll drill hole, if it stays, I'll drill some holes. And we'll use toothpicks or acrylic rod or screws to make sure. Oh, I don't know if you can tell the tension in my fingers. I'm actually driving it into my other hand here, but I'm just trying to hold this for a while and see if it'll be my friend or not. Not. Why not? Why can't we be friends? I know how we could be friends. That's fine. You, okay. I got you. Alright. So, I'm going to stop this video here. I'm going to get out my glue gun. And we're going to try and fill all the hip joints and everything. And just, you know, make, if we have to, make this guy's hip 85% hot glue. So, let me just tidy up a little bit here. Okay. And then let me just see if I can unvelcro. And I'm gonna stop this video here. I'll post it and then I'll start another one in a few minutes. And we'll start the assembly process.